Jesus, you're heavy. Oh, that did not go as planned. Alright. Hey guys, welcome back to my chapter review of chapter 1026, The Pivotal Clash from One Piece. I wanted to do this chapter yesterday, but I was feeling drained and I wanted to give this chapter the proper hype that this essential chapter deserves. I wanted to give it the proper energy. Just thinking back, when I was reading this chapter, I got goosebumps. We finally have made it to this point in the story where we can say that Luffy has achieved something that we saw since pre-time skip. Something so that's just been built up ever so slightly throughout the chapters, throughout the time. Something that wasn't recreated until, well, it's been recreated by only the greatest of like pirates and characters that we've seen in the story. But well, let's get to that in a little bit. Let's jump right to the chapter. We have Nami and this logo of a lion. Well, she's measuring clothes for the kids, the minks, and the logo looks like the headliner from Kaido. I forgot his name. I forgot, but you know which one I mean. We start the chapter off with Wano, the fire festival in Wano, and have Tengu thinking of the instances and moments right before Otama left, and he's freaking out because this Otama's 8 and she's going to help out like the Straw Hats and the movement, and he's just saying, please bring her back safe. And you know, Speed is just like, don't worry, we'll take care of her. Oh Lord. And then you see in the distance just Onigashima in the sky. I wonder what the time to impact is. I wonder how much the time frame is. But Luffy gives directions to Momo in like the next few panels. We cut to the rooftop where an announcer is mentioning that Kaido's Azure Dragon form versus a pink unknown dragon with Straw Hat Luffy on top, and you know his crew. Zoro, Sanji thinking, oh, that's Straw Hat, but who is that pink dragon? Which later they hear Momo, but they think that's not possible because he was such a little dragon before. They don't know yet. And Kaido starts charging his Boro Blast, which, do not forget that it decimated a mountaintop previously, right? And Luffy's just like, oh yeah, Momo, just shoot back a fire blast, use your own breath. And Momo's like, I don't know how to do that. I literally became this big probably minutes ago. So there's that moment where there's some people that get the grasp of their fruit pretty much instantly. I guess Logias have that ability to be, you know, learned quicker. Paramecia too, like how do people learn? There's an instance where people with devil fruits learn what their devil fruits can do, right? It's not like you don't know what you can do, and if not, you learn slowly. But in this case, Momo doesn't gain any experience with his devil fruit, even though he's passed, 28 years time in his, he's been aged 28 years. So he quickly dodges out of the way, and Momo thinks, he's still so anxious. Momo's still so anxious and nervous. I'm gonna come up with a plan. So he tells Momo what to do. He goes to charge an elephant gun, and after the elephant gun, which Kaido doesn't dodge, which he's been dodging before. So I don't know if he sensed this one doesn't have Conquer Haki imbued in it, but he just tanks this hit. And Luffy tells Momo, just bite him as hard as you can and hold on. And here Momo goes to bite him. He remembers and he gets so frustrated of everything that, like, this is all because of Kaido. This was all caused because of him. His mother, his father, everything. Wano. And he just bites Kaido down. But in this case, it actually, like, Kaido lets out a yell and his face reminds me of that instance when Oden cut him and how much he looked like he was in pain, which here he's looking like he's in pain for at least an instant, because then the next few panels he turns around and he looks fine. But I don't know if he's getting tired or he let his guard down, but he for an instance got hurt by what I would assume was a physical attack, unless Momo did something to that attack where he did armament hockey to the third level, or he did some Conqueror's hockey in that case, but we don't know. It's interesting why that physical attack hurt Kaido. And then before Kaido notices, Luffy comes in and throws one jab at him to get him away from Momo. In the next instances, we get a narration, or well, the characters mentioning that with dragons comes clouds, which I didn't even think about this, but it started blocking out the moon. And Oda does something magnificent later with the clash. And so since it blocks out the moon, they lose, Ino and Neko lose their, Sulong forms. And Jack is standing there in a different hybrid form. I haven't seen him in this hybrid form, or maybe this was always his hybrid form, because he looked kind of funky before in some other drawings. But now you see he looks like a centaur, but in an elephant form. And Peril Sparrow standing over with a candy axe laughing at them because they have no chance of winning. Like, Jack is saying, one more good attack and I probably wouldn't be able to get up anymore because of your Sulong form. And Peril Sparrow saying all the luck is on his side because the clouds covered up the moons. Or the moon, not moons. Didn't the Earth have multiple moons? Nah, anyway. It just came to me out of random. But Luffy comes out and says, you just bit a Yonko, one of the emperors of the sea, like top 4 toughest pirates there are, and you just bit one of them. Is there anything else to be afraid of? And Momo just says no, like that's one of his fears was Kaido. That was one of his big fears. And Luffy has a good captain moment here, saying, take care of Onigashima. Now that you don't have any more fear, you can fly, you can do everything possible to your power. Go stop Onigashima from hitting mainland Wano. So good captain moment. He's thinking ahead of what else needs to be done to protect the people. And he says, "Don't worry, I'll take care of Kaido." And it's just such a good moment for Luffy. We have also a small panel where Big Mom is laughing at that statement, and Kid and Law, I assume at this point, just trying to stay alive and hold off Big Mom, but they look messed up. And Big Mom's laughing pretty much that that's not gonna happen. So I can kind of take in that she's not gonna go help Kaido, so she's not gonna take a part into that fight where Luffy is versus Kaido. But she doesn't also see what happens in this case, unless they mention a panel off in the next chapter of her saying what was that kind of felt like a clash, a big clash between Yonkos. And we have this moment that gave me goosebumps, the moment we've been waiting for since, like, we saw this in pre-time skip with Whitebeard versus Shanks. We saw Big Mom and Kaido do it in this arc. We have Kaido turn hybrid form, charge his Konobo, and Luffy charges like I feel like I've seen him in this pose before. He charges a punch out and they clash, and we have a small panel of them clash, and then we turn the page to the next panel. We have the moment they split the heavens between 2 Yonko level opponents. And this makes me think of everything we've gone through for the 25 plus years we've been with this series. We've made it to this point. Everything we saw this during pre-time skip. And Luffy has finally made it to be pretty much one of the best pirates there are, clashing with a Yonko. And it's just crazy to think that we've been through so much to get here. But anyway, this clash splits the heavens and creates, I guess, an updraft, moving all the clouds. And you even see like one of the henchmen, like the henchman that's trying to hold on, looking at the fight, is like getting, it looks to me like he's getting dragged away because of like the pressure and the wind. And the moon gets revealed again, and this panel with Jack's face in that panel, like, oh shit moment. And Neko and Ino who just turn back into their Sulong form. And they both finish off Jack and Perospero with a one sword style move between both of them. They're great. And this also indicates that they have both taken down a commander level opponent. Like Ino took down Jack, standing member of, you know, the Beast Pirates 3rd Commando. Perospero was removed out of his role. I still assume he's very strong, even commander level strong, like Jack level, something like that. But this, I don't think any of the other scabbards could have done this. Like Kinemon, I don't know. I don't know where to scale the other scabbards, but I know that Jack has mentioned repeatedly that Neko and Ino are one of the strongest ones in that group of the scabbards. And Raizo, of course, was there for some reason. But Raizo is also in his own ninja fight with Furokushu. Sure, that's his name. After that clash between the two Sulongs, it announces that Perospero and Jack the Drow are both defeated and out. So now that's left are the two other main calamities, King and Queen. And we see also in the distance, witnessing Jack's defeat, is Orochi behind a panel, just staring, and I guess he's freaking out. He doesn't know what he's gonna do. He's setting the whole place up on fire, and I don't know who's gonna take him down, what's gonna happen with his storyline, or if, you know, maybe that person that helped out the scabbards heal and recover, which looked like not Toki. It looked like Toki, but we're thinking it's Hiyori. She might actually meet Orochi while he's like hiding around in the castle. Hiyori might find him, and she might be the one that defeats, you know, Orochi. While I thought Momo would do this part, but if he goes to defend and like hold off Onigashima from falling, that could be Hiyori's role in this fight while Zoro's taking out King. Which other people are assuming, oh, Zoro will be the one that takes down Orochi. But yeah, Hiyori could be the one, since we're all assuming Hiyori was the one that was there that saved the scabbards. She can actually do what she said, and she can take out Orochi and, you know, kill him. But yeah, that's the end of the chapter for me. There's no break next week, which is great. Oda took a break, and then he's just banger after banger in chapters. I want to know immediately what happens next. I hope we continue the fight with the rooftop with Luffy fighting after that clash. I wonder what everybody else is gonna say, and maybe we get a little bit of Law and Kid fighting Big Mom in the next chapter. But that's pretty much it for me, guys. This chapter was incredible. We've finally made it to this part in the series. Luffy, I can probably say people are changing their tier list right now, I bet. Luffy, Yonko tier. Top 5 Luffy. Maybe not top 5. Would he be stronger than an Admiral right now? Maybe. But that's it for me now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll definitely see you for the next chapter.